Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 20 Questions. It's a game where I'm going to think of a video game and then everyone else is going to try and guess it in 20 questions or less. I am Dan, and I'm joined by the team this week, which consists of Chase.
Hello.
Nick.
Hello.
And Kyle.
Hello.
I'm thinking of a game. Do you want to start with 20 questions? Good start, guys. Good start.
I'm trying. It's hard to think of a good first question.
Well,
We could ask about Nintendo. We could ask about time, but
Let's just pick a year. Did it come out after the year 2005?
No.
so it's
okay, pre 2005. Was this game published by Nintendo?
Well, with the way I worded that, it could be 2005 or earlier, because I said
Oh.
after 2000.
Okay, yeah.
Was that your second question?
No. Oh, what? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Was this game published by Nintendo?
No, it wasn't.
All right.
So it could be Sony. It could really be anything else.
I think it's logical to assume it's probably not on a Nintendo console then, if it wasn't published by Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
What
be.
if
Well, oh, actually no. I'm dumb. It very well could be.
we can ask if it's an
It could be like a
exclusive?
Rayman. Yeah.
Because
We could do that.
is it an exclusive title?
Is it exclusive? Is it exclusive to one console?
No.
Okay, so then it's
That's-
probably no. All right.
Before 2005, did we say it was or wasn't Nintendo? Said
It was not
Not
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Not Nintendo. It's not exclusive
So
to whatever it's on.
2005.
It cannot-
2000.
it cannot
six
be
was
360 or PS3.
Yeah, so it's Xbox, PS2,
360 came out in 2005,
or
late.
previous to that.
So, does the main character is the main character a woman?
I don't think this game has a main character. So I'm going to say
So the
no.
answer would be no. Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you for being generous with that answer.
Yeah, well, I don't want to send you in a completely wrong direction. I mean, I do want to send you in a wrong direction, just not a completely wrong one that doesn't make any sense.
I have more questions, but you guys should go first.
Well,
I
I don't
would
have
say
any questions.
discuss the questions between you before you just jump into
Alright.
them.
Pre 2005, non Nintendo,
Non-published by Nintendo.
I have a-
That
non-published
doesn't
by
mean
Nintendo.
It has nothing to do with it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does this game have a number in the title?
Such a okay.
Well,
That actually does narrow it down.
Yeah,
quite
that
nicely
really does
sometimes.
work. I was about to be like,
Is that your question? Are you definitely okay with that? Team?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
No, it doesn't have a number in the title. That's 5
Ooh.
questions now.
Okay, see that last question made me forget the one I had. So here we are.
And the team is stuck.
Yeah.
They are
Stuck
lost.
at question 5.
Is this game on a handheld system?
Yes, it is.
ooh,
Okay, so it's on PSP or Vita? Is Vita a thing at this point, or is
No.
it just PSP?
No,
Wasn't
it's too
Vita
early
coming
for
out
the
in
Or
Vita.
it's on
Yeah.
DS or something that's just not published by
It could be on DS, Game Boy
and
Advance,
it's not
or
exclusive
portable.
either. So it's
Yeah,
not.
so
Well,
don't nobody say. Never mind. I don't want to say it either.
Oh, so it could be on handheld and on a console.
yeah.
It just is definitely on a handheld.
Oh yeah.
But then
I
again,
suppose
how
I
many
didn't-
games are?
I suppose I
is
could have
that
worded
true
that
for?
as it exclusive to a handheld, but I didn't. So.
Yep.
Um,
It's all in the wording for this.
And
game.
it's not Nintendo, so yeah, it could be PSP, Game Gear.
we need to start.
But it could also be a Nintendo
Maybe we
system
should
that's
ask
not
about
a
the
Nintendo
genre.
game.
Do we want to ask the genre? That might.
That's
make
probably a
Yeah.
good idea.
Okay. How do we do that? We can't just ask what genre
Ask
it
like
is.
if it's a platformer. Should I ask if it's a
You could ask
platformer?
if it's
For anyone who watched the previous episode, these questions might seem similar.
yeah.
We're gonna double up on questions
Just
quite often.
every 20 questions
Yeah.
is just the same questions, and it might work.
I think it'd be easier instead of asking is it a platformer if we ask if it's an RPG, because I think there's a lot more handheld RPGs than
Oh,
platformers.
and if it's a
I'm just spitballing.
yeah, if it's a
But that would have a
platformer,
main
there's-
character if it was an RPG. There was no way it wouldn't have like a lead.
Well, it would be like a party.
I don't
not
know. You'd still
necessarily.
have the character that the player starts with, and I think that's who I would.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a
And
platformer,
even at
it's
that
gonna have a
point-
main character.
But if it's
Also,
a
you've
platformer,
got-
there's a main character too.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of remember who you're talking to,
Yeah.
and the fact that I really don't like RPGs.
So
Oh,
is
yeah.
is it?
There's a little
doesn't
bit-
have
How
to
about
be a game
how
you
about we
like.
ask about if it's a puzzle game? Do we want to ask that?
Oh, that's actually a good one because that wouldn't have a main character.
Yeah. Is it a puzzle game?
Nope.
Not a puzzle game.
7.
It's on a handheld. It's not a puzzle game. According
there's
to
no main
Dan,
character.
it doesn't have a main character, but that could just mean because he doesn't identify them as a person or something.
That's-
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I can't understand how you think.
it's not Billy Hatcher. You know that.
Nope, it's not Billy Hatcher. Roll that one out.
I wish it was Billy Hatcher, though.
We're gonna get to the end of this, and it's gonna turn out there is a main character, and it's just that's the twist.
That's an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist right there.
What a twist!
Are you guys going
M.
to
Night-
ask a question?
M.
'Cause
Night
it's been a
Shyamalan.
while.
I don't know how to anymore.
I don't know. Should we ask if it was on like say the PlayStation?
We could ask if it was on a Nintendo handheld.
Why don't we ask? Is it multi-platform?
Well, that's kind of we already asked. Is it console exclusive?
No,
And
did
it's
we?
not.
We asked if it's published
No,
by
you
Nintendo,
didn't.
and we asked if it's on a handheld.
No, we asked
We
if it was
we asked.
Oh
if
no,
it was
I'm
console
sorry. We did
exclusive.
ask exclusive.
That was question 3.
I skipped right over
we
that.
should ask if it's on a Nintendo handheld.
We should. Hold on. No, we shouldn't.
What games are on a handheld that are not console exclusive?
Lots of games, surprisingly, because they get bad handheld ports. So this could be
Yep.
anything, really.
Should we ask if it's multiplayer?
Except it's not Shrek, unless it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it could be Shrek. It
oh,
could be
actually,
Shrek
I have a
2.
really good question. Is
But
this
that's the
game
main
a remake?
character.
Is this game a remake?
It's a Shrek game without a main character.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not a remake.
Not a remake.
I thought that was a good question because a lot of really old games get remade for handhelds.
Yeah, it could have been Donkey Kong Country or no, because they're Nintendo, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's not Nintendo.
Not
I don't know why I'm acting like I'm playing this.
Yeah,
I'm the one with the game.
don't worry.
I know
I'll
what
play
it is.
that one out.
Dan, what's your question?
Do you want me to start asking questions?
No.
Because I mean, I could send you in the wrong
Oh, I
direction.
just
Might raise
had
further
a good
questions.
Can't remember
Okay.
what it
What
was.
was
You
it?
still have it?
Yeah, you've forgotten, haven't you?
I must have forgotten.
That's
This
too
team,
bad.
this is Amnesia, the team.
Basically, I've written everything
I'm not
down.
sure you're
so I
gonna
know
get this
things.
one. This one's pretty tricky. I don't think you're gonna get it.
Oh, I have it. Okay. Is it two-player?
What?
No, is it multiplayer?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So multiplayer on a handheld.
Although actually, I don't know if the handheld game has multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
I know that the game does have multiplayer, but I'm not sure. I haven't played it on a handheld, so I don't know about. I'll throw you a bone there because I'm not
Does
actually
that
sure.
count if we say is
So
it on a
that
handheld
you also
and you're
kind of
talking
just
about
said that
the-
it was not that it was.
I wasn't specifically talking about the handheld version, but it is on a
Oh,
handheld.
you're just talking about the game as it
So
exists.
you're
Okay.
saying there's
Yeah.
a handheld version, saying that there's
Yes.
also
As
a
a-
non-handheld version.
Yeah, as a
That's
whole.
useful to
This
know.
is turning into 20 questions debate.
As a whole, the game does have multiplayer because I know for fact that at least one version has multiplayer, but I don't know if all of the versions do.
Maybe I should be banned from this because I was about to say Four Swords Adventures, which violates so many. Okay.
You got another question?
We could ask if it's like a fighting game, maybe.
Okay. It's handheld and not handheld necessarily. So before 2005, though, like man, the handheld version must have been so bad. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a handheld version until I looked it up just for reference.
Is this
Okay,
a
so we shouldn't focus on that.
Nope, not in the slightest. You went completely down the wrong way with that. So,
Okay, well
done.
at least now we know. We didn't waste too many questions on it.
I really shouldn't have like pulled you out of that hole, you'd fallen in, should I? Oh well.
You shouldn't have.
I still don't
but
think you're
At
gonna
least
get it.
now we know. We only wasted like 2 questions on that.
I'm trying to think of
Have you got another question?
multiplayer games that might not be multiplayer on handheld, and I'm thinking of like fighting games.
I'm thinking of like sports games, maybe like specifically skateboarding. But that would be the only one I'm thinking
Like
of.
Tony Hawk or something.
Because yeah, but that had multiplayer.
Does
Actually,
it?
I
We
think.
could we could ask if the game
Dan, though, I
stars
have no
real
idea.
world people,
Okay.
because that would include like most sports games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Although
Does the game star real world people?
Nope.
yeah, see, I wasn't sure. I was thinking about who Dan is. I was like, maybe this is a bad path to begin with. All right. My bad. No real people. Just like. Okay.
That was half our questions, by the way. That was
Yep.
just 10.
Yeah, that was 10. For the
This is
record,
getting
the
this is getting nerve-wracking.
the best run was getting it in, I think, 12 or 13, something like
Well,
that.
we better get it.
Oh, we're not getting it by that.
No, be optimistic.
We'll
So-
be lucky if we
so
get
far
it
you
at
know
all.
that
We have like
It's
no
on a
leads.
handheld, but maybe also on other things. That's as much as you know.
Basically.
Have you got a question? Can you hurry this up? 'Cause
There's no number in it.
I've
so
got
it's not
places to
a
be,
sequel.
you know.
Okay.
Man.
Here we are.
Complete silence. For
All right.
quite
Do
a
we
while.
want to just start just asking like just assume we'll need several questions and just like ask more about like the company that made it? Like
Yeah, we could ask about the company that
like
made
let's
it.
just think of. Oh God, that's still.
Was this
risky.
made by a Western developer?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like anything like Japanese.
No. I mean, yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
It's Western developer. Okay. I just had to check that real quick because
Yeah. That's good to know at least. That eliminates like a lot of companies.
does it though?
I mean, it eliminates like Capcom, Namco, Square Enix.
Oh, yeah,
Sega.
I guess.
Would it be okay to ask?
It's
Come on,
not
guys.
like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which was made by Sega.
Wasn't that published by Nintendo though?
Was it?
I wanna say?
Something like that. And
Maybe?
it was also on handheld and on console, so I don't know.
Fair enough. But that was also post 2005, so.
True, just saying. It eliminates.
sounded like someone
It
had a
eliminates a
question
lot
a
of
second ago.
companies.
Does someone have a question?
We've gone
I'm
down the
forgetting that
wrong
it's
path, and I don't know how to find the way back.
Okay, so I would assume
You're
it's
lost.
not an RPG. It's not a puzzle. What
Not a remake.
is it? A
has
fighter?
multiplayer.
Can I ask that?
It's
Should I ask that?
you can. Do we want to?
Yeah.
Is the question.
Is it a fighting game?
I mean, follow whatever leads we can get.
Do you want to ask
Yeah.
that then? Is that your
is it
question?
a fighting game?
I don't know if
Is it a fighting
I feel
game?
like it's not already. Pretty
It
confidently.
sounds like Nick. Sounds like Nick doesn't want to ask
I don't
it.
think we should ask that just because like it has. Well,
Because if it's a sports
where are we
game,
gonna
it's
get
probably
if we
not
don't
real.
because he
ask
gave us a
questions?
hint when he implied he doesn't know if the handheld version has multiplayer. Like I mean, I think a fighting game even on handheld would have multiplayer.
Well,
Not
I
necessarily.
think
In
we should ask
2000
it because what else do we ask?
Why don't we ask? We could ask another year question. We could just
That
go
would
further.
probably help. Did it come out before the year 2000?
No.
So it's in between 2000 and
oh
2005.
god.
Great. So it could still be Game Boy, Game Boy Colored, Game Boy Advance, DS, PSP, or he could be evil and it could be like Neo Geo.
The
He doesn't.
can
For all we know,
send
he knows
Neo
nothing
Geos.
about the game. He just did a quick Google search of like, what other platforms is this on? Okay, this will really get him.
Yeah.
the N gauge.
You guys,
God.
you've gone completely in the wrong direction. It's amazing. I'm so proud
really-
of myself for this.
Yeah, good job, man. How long
you
has
got a
this been
question,
going
this-
already? 15
Like,
minutes?
15 minutes.
Oh my.
like in my last game, they had it by this like 10 minutes. So
My
I
next
mean,
question
bad.
is, what game is it? Oh wait, no, you can't. Is there a game called Yes or No that fits this criteria? It was released in that time frame.
I'm gonna have to push you for a question, guys. Come on.
All right,
You've got to have
what
something.
do we do at this
Oh,
point? Because
what
we've
about-
asked
what
so
about
many
the,
like general.
ESRB rating.
Okay,
Yeah,
that might narrow down
was
unless it's E, and then it's still a million games.
Like,
Well, we can ask if it's E.
or if it's
do you
mature.
wanna-
I think if it's on handheld,
I
it's
feel
probably
like there's
more
got to be a
likely
better
that
way to
it'd be-
pinpoint that type of theme than the rating, because
That doesn't help us much.
yeah, it really
Who knows what
doesn't.
games are rated off the top of their heads?
Like
Mm.
well, quite
I
a
mean,
few,
I've got the
actually.
Wikipedia page up, so I
Well,
I
other
actually
than
do
you,
know.
for like the three of us who aren't looking things up, do we know what a game was rated? That probably doesn't help us.
Not one that Dan played.
Come on, guys. Anything. You still don't know what genre it
Jeez,
is.
Western
Like,
I know we
Take a
gave
wild
up after it
guess.
wasn't a puzzle game. We're like, well, that's all we know about.
Yep. Those are
It's
the
not.
only
It
games
has
on
multiplayer and
handhelds.
it's not a puzzle. This is out of my world. I don't even know.
this is the worst game the team has ever had, you guys.
Oh, don't worry. This will make for a better episode.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's just every game I'm
Um,
thinking of is
this
like
is-
Japanese.
I just keep thinking of shooters for some reason, and I don't know why I'm going down this path.
Me
Maybe
too.
I just want to play a shooter, and that's what it is.
A shooter on handheld?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. They released.
It's Call of Duty for PS Vita.
Well,
Can you guys, like, hurry up?
all right.
It's
We
been
have
so
no
long since you
idea.
asked me something.
Alright,
I
Is it a
have
shooter?
no question.
Is it a shooter? No, it's not a shooter.
See? What game is on?
Why would it be a shooter?
Because you're deliberately trying to mislead us. It doesn't have to be a game you like. I could on mine. I could pick a game that I hate just to see people struggle.
wait, was Crash?
In our practice round before the first episode, you picked a game you hated.
Oh,
Also, there was. Oh wait, no, you said not
Oh,
Nintendo.
yeah, I did.
Never mind. See, if I'd remembered that, I wouldn't have asked if it was a shooter because I
What
thought
about-
you might have picked a game you don't like.
what about something by Naughty Dog like Crash or Ratchet and Clank?
I don't know. Those have main characters.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that question.
I don't know. Is it?
This is the worst.
I wonder if it's.
This is amazing.
All right, at this
I
point, do
love
we just
this.
ask if it's no? Because they make mostly sports games.
You could
Don't
just,
ask if it's
like-
EA. That's stupid. That's the only one game that's not.
It doesn't
Dan.
have real world people. It's not a
Well,
sports game.
it couldn't be The Sims then. That's mostly. Well, those aren't real world people. They're Sims. And that's not a Dan game.
God, we probably sound so
Like
stupid.
GTA 2.
Oh, man.
We're just guessing. Like, don't worry about the rest of the questions.
I'm just gonna
I
remind you
think
that if you
I
guess
think
it
we
and you
should.
get it wrong,
I think we should
you
just
fail.
like make a random guess and just throw it because I have
No, we have
clue.
7 questions. Why would we throw it when we have
seven
7
questions left.
Yeah, but
Don't
we could
throw
also
it.
not make this a 27-minute
It's
episode.
called
host
20
has
questions
never
in
won.
case you're bad at it. It's not called 13 questions and then stop.
13 questions, then give up because it's too hard.
I didn't think this was actually that difficult, but apparently it is.
It might not have been. We just asked the wrong questions to start, and now we have tunnel vision. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it a Nintendo game. I'll pretend he didn't say that.
It's not even any Japanese company. It's a Western developer.
That's
The best part is that you've ruled out something because of a question that is nothing to do with the question that you've asked.
what are you talking about?
I'll explain it when you're done, but it's amazing that you've done that. Are you going to ask a question? Come on, 12.
Okay, so, due to the fact that he said that he didn't even know there was a handheld version until he looked it up when we asked the question, we should just disregard that.
I have been trying to. I just can't focus because he also said that there's essentially no main character. Aside from Guitar Hero.
Have you asked if it's a fighter yet?
No, we haven't. We should do that.
Have we asked if
Because
it's
what
what?
other questions do we ask at this point?
If it's a what?
Is it a fighting game?
Fight-
Oh, we were gonna ask
Is
that,
it a
and then we
fighting game?
waited for a second.
Is it a fighting game? We need to ask
No, it's not.
questions. It's not.
Why would
Okay.
you respond to him? Have you asked if it's? Okay.
What if it's a music game?
This
What
is
other
actually
questions do we
amazing.
ask
A
though?
music game?
Guys, have you asked if it's on the Nintendo Wii yet?
Oh, really? Should we ask?
The system that came out in 2006?
Yeah, it might be. Who knows? You guys are horrible at this. This is
We
the
are
worst
so
performance
bad.
the
I
team
can't
have ever
wait
had.
for the other episodes
What about a
after
music
this
game?
one.
like
For us all to
Af-
just make a fool of ourselves.
after the first session, I thought this game might be too easy and no one would ever beat the team.
Can you
but
think
no.
about how terrible it would be if we just finished with 5 questions? Be like, oh, that was impressive. Okay, bye.
Come on, guys. Question. Think. Someone was onto something.
My only
a
question
second
right
ago.
now is, can you help me? Because I
Dan,
don't.
I've got a question.
I can't.
It's gonna be kind of stupid,
fine.
but is it a music game?
No.
Not a music game. I'm also writing
It's got
below
music
that,
in
give
it.
up, never playing 20 questions again.
So it's not a puzzle game, it's not a fighting game, it's not a music game. There's multiplayer. There's no real world people. It's made by a Western developer. There's no main character. And it's in between 2000 and 2005.
It's an indie game that Dan made and released himself for the PS2.
It's that Charles Barkley.
Yeah, back when I was like 5 to 10 years old.
You were 5 to 10 and do that. Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not go
95,
down
yeah.
that path. This is 20 questions. Okay.
Yeah. You've had 14.
I apologize
just
to
throwing
the
that
audience.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
I'm not sorry. The rest of them are.
They probably
wonder
know
if anyone in the
exactly what
audience-
the game is.
If you know what this game is in the audience, comment please. Just
Do it.
comment.
I want to know.
Comment and tell them all how stupid.
Feel free
they
to
are,
say
'cause
how dumb our guesses
Feel
are
free to
and
tell.
break
Feel
it down
free
for us.
to tell us how stupid we are, because I feel stupid right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know how you haven't worked out the genre yet. You've ruled out almost every genre possible.
We ruled out
aside
4
from this one.
genres.
It's not shooter, it's not fighting, it's not a music game.
Oh.
It can't be a sports game unless
It's
it's,
not
a
a puzzle
sports game
game.
that is multiplayer without being Nintendo or
While also
real
not having
people.
real world people in it.
Yeah. It's not easy.
You guys are just terrible.
I know. That's okay though.
This
Uh,
okay. This could not really help us that much, but we could ask if it
Well,
has
let's fit
like
the theme.
if you can get a high score in it.
Oh, why would you?
Yes.
Well,
sort
because
of.
Yes,
well, I
sort
wasn't
of.
really
Great.
asking
I
that.
feel like I know less than before the question was asked.
Did you answer that, Dan? or-
Actually,
I believe you can, yeah, in certain modes. But the main game isn't about getting the highest score.
so I'm just gonna write. You can get a high score ?
That was a bad question, I'll be honest. You still don't know the
well,
genre.
because if it's like open,
We have 4 questions
that
left.
kind of
guys.
eliminates like open
don't
world
have fun.
okay,
games.
we need one more
No, that
really
was
good
16.
genre question, and then we'll
Was that 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was question 16.
Okay, I messed up on my count.
We'll be able to have one more good genre question, and then maybe we'll be able to guess it.
I mean, I basically eliminated open world games because which game can you get a high score in?
And multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and story-driven stuff.
and not a main character.
Things with main characters.
Shoot. Wow, I'm stupid. Like, you know what? Dan answered it without really the team like accepting the question, so just throwing it out there.
I don't care at this point. We're probably gonna lose this one.
Is it Bubsy?
Yeah, I think
it's
you might.
We have 4 questions and we have no leads.
Oh,
Did you just say, is it Bubsy? Didn't Bubsy come out before 2000?
I was-
Isn't Bubsy a main
I was
character?
obviously joking.
Yeah, and also he's a main character. Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Come on. There's a big fat genre that I don't know how you haven't thought of yet.
because
I mean, you have thought of it, but you've just, for some reason, like, not bothered going there.
If we've thought of it, we've forgotten.
yeah, I feel like the only one. I'm only just looking at my list at this point. Okay.
This is
Racing
amazing.
game?
You guys are the worst.
What about a race?
Was that a
What about a
question?
race? What do you guys think?
No, go for it. Just
Yeah,
ask a question.
Just
Is
ask.
it a racing game?
Free for all.
In a sense, you do race, but I don't know how. What are you defining a racing game as? Because if it's the first person to get to the finishing point wins, then yes. But if you're asking specifically if it's a car racing game, no.
Oh,
In a
ooh.
sense,
I'm being
it
generous
is a
at this point.
racing
Dude,
game.
Thank you for
Star
being
Wars
generous,
Pod
but
Racer,
now you have to
man.
think about-
I'm thinking it could be that.
I mean, we might as well.
Should we just ask
That
it?
doesn't. I don't care.
It was on handheld.
Look, that's the only game we've thought of. Ask it, and then we can just be wrong if we're wrong.
Wait, how many questions are left?
3.
That was question 17. We
Okay.
have 3
Yeah,
more
so you've got
questions.
3 more.
See.
You might as well ask 2 more questions and then.
Like,
guess.
I'm just
Doesn't
thinking we're
Star
not going to
Wars have
seem
main
less
character?
stupid by giving up. Like everyone at this point expects the rest of our
We can
answers to be
ask like
terrible.
if it's
I mean,
based
questions.
on a movie or something.
We could ask that.
Go for it.
Is it
Is
based,
it
on,
based
a
on
movie?
a movie racing game? Don't, dude.
Is it based on a movie? Is that your final?
Don't.
You asking?
I don't think we should ask that, to be honest.
Hmm.
I think we should ask it because what other questions are we gonna ask?
I don't know. What's your middle name, Dan? That's a good question.
That's not a yes/no question though, so I can't answer.
I know,
that,
it's
sorry.
just I feel smarter asking that type of question.
Oh, you know what? It can't be Pod Racer because that was before 2000.
Oh man, you guys, this is legitimately the worst episode we've done.
Worst how?
You guys are idiots.
I've had a great time.
Idiots.
I can't wait for this
Okay,
to
what-
get
Are
Are you
uploaded
kidding
to
me?
the
Everyone
internet.
who watches this will be like, I'm smarter than that. This is great.
Guys, think of
I cannot wait for this to be uploaded to the internet.
racing games.
I'm
Oh,
looking
man.
forward to getting yelled at in the comments.
Racing games that do not
You've gone
have
in
cars.
so the worst direction.
Yeah, there's so many.
I
because
even
they're
gave you that
they're
one.
Nintendo games is all the ones I think of. This is the worst. This is the worst way to be a Nintendo fan.
Don't forget that it's kind of on a handheld.
Oh, kind of on a handheld. It means that one time he balanced the game on top of a handheld, and that's what he's remembering.
Yeah. Just like place the
Come on,
game on
question.
top of his DS. That's all.
Come on, I'm forcing you now. You've got to come up with something.
What if it's like a snowboarding game? Like
Do you want to ask that?
SSX Tricky. Should we ask that, guys?
Is it a snowboarding game?
Yes.
Oh,
What did you just say yes to? Say yeah.
Is it a snowboarding
Okay.
game? Is what he asked.
I thought someone
Now
actually
you've
said
got to
again.
think of what snowboarding games I like.
there's SSX.
Oh god, we
Tricky.
actually could get this now.
Yeah.
If you manage to pull this back, I will.
Wait,
be
how many
proud of you.
questions?
Two
We
more.
have two questions.
You've got two more.
Okay, so there's serious snowboarding games, and then it could turn out that for some reason he loves snowboard kids. So
When did Snowboard Kids come out?
I don't
when
know.
did all these come out?
I don't play these games.
Okay,
I don't either.
There's two that
I'm busy
I,
being a snob about Nintendo
There's
games.
two that I know. There's
Me too.
SSX Tricky and then Cool Borders, but that was pre 2000, so I think it's SSX Tricky.
Remember that's.
I like how we asked, has it have real people instead of asking, is it a sports game? Because this would count as a sports game.
This whole time you've been saying, "Oh, it's not a sports game because it doesn't have real people," and I'm just sitting there.
Ah,
going,
why did I
"That's so
why did I
stupid."
go along with that? It seemed so smart at the time.
I'm so sorry because I remember that was my idea.
But yeah, what I went with, I was like, yeah, no, great question. Let's go with that.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay,
so
we could
should
ask
just
if it's
ask-
by EA, but then at that point we'd know if it's SSX Tricky or not. I think.
Well, we have two questions, so you can ask if it was by EA, and if he says yeah, then ask. Then our last question would be, is it SSX Tricky?
Are you gonna go for it?
May as well, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it by E EA?
Yes.
All right.
Is it SSX Tricky?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Let me think for a second. Are we sure that was the only one that fits 2001 to 2005? 2000 to
Could be another
2005.
SSX game, and I could have mentioned it in many 8-Brits.
Is there? How many other are there? That's the only one I know.
Okay, I don't know if EA always had the series or not, but I know that they released just SSX 3 sometime before 2005, but I don't know if there was one called 2 or if they did the weird thing where they just jump around in numbers.
There's no numbers though.
Aha. Well, I hope Dan remembered that too. Okay, so do we want to ask if it's tricky then, if there's no numbers? Because it could be the first one, which came out in 2000.
Oh.
Was Tricky on handheld?
I don't know. Maybe. This is the worst. We're so close.
So close. One more question. So you pretty much have to guess it in this one.
We do have to guess it with our last question. So.
It'd be amazing if you got it wrong.
Yeah, it would be.
After all this time. After you tried so hard and you've got so far.
I feel like it's probably SSX Tricky that would have also been on a handheld. Because if the 2000, I don't think the Game Boy Advance was out yet. That was 2001.
I think we need to end this episode.
SSX Tricky. SSX Tricky.
You
That's a
asking?
choice.
Is that it? SSX Tricky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's SSX
Yes.
Tricky.
Yes.
You guys are so bad.
Oh, we're
Yay.
so bad. We got it though.
Question 20. I was so
We
Wow.
close.
actually did it.
Goodness.
I'm so surprised. Oh God.
We got
Hi,
it, though.
internet
Okay.
commenters.
We won.
We got it.
30 minutes of
It only
Wow.
took us
Sports game.
30 minutes.
Can't be a sports game because there's no real people, guys. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Idiots.
Can't.
I'm
That
so
was
dumb.
amazing. And yeah, there's a Game Boy Advance version according to Wikipedia. So
Could you say that like
That's-
you don't believe it? Like I'm a little skeptical.
I don't know. I have never heard of that. I didn't know that existed. You asked if there was a handheld version. I looked at it and I was like, oh, there is. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
They did.
I was really
Cool,
trying to push you
deception.
in the direction.
I was thinking it was gonna be
And-
Tony Hawk, and that was such a close type of style to guess.
I was trying to push you in the direction of SSX on tour because I mentioned that in 8-Brit a lot, and I was really hoping you'd go in the wrong direction and choose that,
That
one
one's-
just at the last
That one's
minute.
not on
true.
Game Boy Advance.
But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was on Game Boy Advance, so who knows. Anyway,
Well, that was
this
an
has been
episode.
20 questions. The team somehow managed to pull it back after just the worst kerfuffle of
You know,
a-
the way
After
I see it, it was
ordeal.
more like 3 questions, and we just waited a while to do it.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
3 questions
I
that
hope-
we asked like right at the end. You
I hope everyone enjoyed
You could
that.
edit the first like 17 or so questions out, and it would not matter.
Yeah, no one's got to know. We're geniuses.
So in
Right,
more
anyway.
minutes than there were questions, we figured it out.
They figured it out. They got it. SSX Tricky. I have no idea how they did it, but they managed to pull through.
I
I've
have
been
no
Dan.
idea how we did it either.
I've been joined by Kyle, Chase, and Nick, and this has been 20 Questions. Goodbye.